The Great Adventure of Tommy and Timmy, written and illustrated by Fire Dragon 210, dedicated to my family, my friends, especially my parents. This is the story of Tommy the Toilet and Timmy the Toilet Paper. Tommy lived a miserable life. His dream was to get out of America and move to Tokyo. He had heard that everyone in Tokyo uses high-tech toilets. He thought that since there were no toilets like him there, he would be much more appreciated. Tommy learned all of this after receiving a postcard from his brother, Eddie the Toilet. You see, Eddie made the trip overseas years ago, and he had been trying to get Tommy to make the move so different from the other Japanese toilets that they don't even recognize him as a toilet. They just sit on him like he's some regular chair. He loves living in a family room instead of a bathroom. Tommy hoped that he might be placed in a museum where he wouldn't have to experience awful human waste every 10 minutes. At least Tommy had his friends. His bestie was Timmy the Toilet Paper, and Tommy would never leave without him. It was so sad to see a little bit of his friend go down his mouth. He knew he couldn't save him. To make matters worse, the gas station where they lived was 24/7, which meant that the two of them got used a lot. Tommy and Timmy had to think of a way out, because they knew if the owner would never get rid of them. If Tommy pretended to have a broken flush or get clogged, the gas station owner would just fix him because he didn't have enough money to get new things. An idea struck Tommy. It was crazy, but it could work. "Tommy," said Timmy, "what if we contact the plumber? We could call him, pretend to be the owner of this dump, and we'll have him cut my..." As they rolled on, Timmy said, "What if we hide in a bathroom until things calm down?" Our two friends went to the first bathroom they could find, which was in a house. "We're safe for now," said Tommy. "Let's catch our breaths." The lights were turned off. They thought they were alone. They heard footsteps. "Shoot!" said Timmy. "I'm gonna lose a bit more of myself." "I have a plan," said Tommy. "And what might that be?" asked Timmy. "Through the door," Tommy replied absent-mindedly. "May I remind you that someone will be barging into here any minute now?" Just then the door opened. They saw something, but they didn't know what it was. It had 4 legs, a horizontal body, and a tail. The creature made some weird sound. "Meow." "What the heck?" they said both. Luckily, they had a pile of books on the bathroom floor. Among them, they found a dictionary for toddlers. He saw the creature on the cover. The book tried to find more information. He came across a page that said, "C is for cat," and had a picture of a book that certainly looked like the beast right in front of them, except it showed that the cat was wasting toilet paper by the roll. Tommy started to shiver. Tommy, I'm toilet paper." "Don't be such a wuss," said Tommy. On the next page, it said that cats also like to shove toilet paper down the toilet bowls. Tommy said, "On second thought, let's get out of here." "Good idea," said Timmy. They rolled out of the house and, without thinking, soon found themselves face to face with the police officer again. Now the officer really needed to go to the bathroom, so when he saw a rolling toilet, he said, "My prayers have been answered." Tommy said, "Hello there." The man, having never seen a talking toilet before, fainted. "We were lucky, but we have to start using our heads more," said Timmy. Tommy knew Timmy might be right. Just then a bird came down and tried to eat Timmy. "Tommy, help me!" screamed Timmy. Tommy, now starting to panic, yelled to the crow, "Come down here and fight me like a man." The crow swooped down and said, "You got me. You want to dance, little fella?" Then the toilet and the bird began fighting, But in 10 seconds, the crow lost. Tommy made the crow carry them to Tokyo. The next day, Tommy and Timmy were awakened by the sound of the screaming. "We're here!" Tommy, what do you think we will do in Tokyo, Timmy? "I want to be a lawyer." "How about you?" Tommy said. "I could live with being a stuffed animal maker," said Tommy. The crow started to descend. When all three of them reached the ground, they had a nasty surprise. Another police officer. "Why can't we ever catch a break?" said Tommy. The policeman was shocked to see a talking toilet. He said, "Forget about robbers, forget about kidnappers, forget about murderers, forget about terrorists! I need to chase this talking toilet!" The little did they know that they were heading right to Tokyo. And once they got there, it would be easy to lose him in the crowd. All they had to do was find a safe place to stay. Tommy found a place that sold unusual things. They snuck through the back door, pretending to be on sale, and within 8 minutes a man bought them and took them to their home. As they were being loaded into the truck, Tommy hatched another plan. "Hey, Timmy, remember that story, The Brahmin Musicians? The dad was reading to his kid while he was sitting on me last month?" "Yeah, what about it?" "Well, let's try to freak them out after we get into their house." The house was just outside of Tokyo. Tommy and Timmy were very impressed by how big and beautiful it was inside. It was much nicer than the gas station back in the States. The two were unloaded and placed in a large living room as the main showpiece. That night, after the family was deep asleep, Tommy and Timmy started to chant loudly in creepy voices, "Wake up! Wake up! Evacuate the house and never come back, or you'll be sorry." The family woke up and ran out of the house so fast that they forgot to put on their clothes on. Tommy and Timmy never saw them again. The news had traveled, and the house earned a reputation for being haunted. Visitors came from all over to see the haunted house. Its strange mystery items. In fact, the house was more visitors than the gas station ever did. Except this time, Tommy and Timmy were the main attractions. A month later, Eddie found his way to the house, and people started adding to the collection of strange items. The best part was at night, everyone went home, and Tommy, Timmy, and Eddie and the rest of the fancy Japanese toilets had fun slumber parties. This story was written by Tommy the Toilet. Lucky you just finished it. If you are ever in Tokyo, please come visit. Project Reflection. My story is inspired by Roald Dahl for many reasons. First, my story has an element of fiction combined with humor. My main characters are a toilet and a piece of toilet paper, but the story makes sense. Roald Dahl does this in a few of his stories, like the BFG, where there are giants, like the Blood Butler and the Child Killer. Another story where he does this is in a different way is Charlie the Chocolate Factory, where Willy Wonka mixes chocolate with an indoor waterfall. And short work is called Oompa Loompas. Next, my story has humor, like when Timmy and Tommy find out what a cat is and when the police officer gets knocked out cold. Roald Dahl does this too, like when in the Twits where the three boys' pants get stuck to the tree and Mr. Twit wants to eat them. To escape, the boys slip out of their pants and run away. Another example is in the BFG. He lectures Sophie about how she can't think straight when he's actually the one who needs help. Last, my story has hilarious characters. One funny species that Roald Dahl uses is the vermicious canids. They're little egg-shaped aliens that try to eat people. As you can see, my story was inspired by Roald Dahl. About the author. Hello, my nickname is Fire Dragon 210. I am a third grade student in Trevor's classroom in Stevenson Pact Elementary School. I live in Mountain View, California with my mom, dad, and brother and sister. I spend a lot of time with my grandpa. I see him every week. My favorite thing to do at my house is watching TV and jumping on my trampoline. I like to learn science, in particular animals. In school, I enjoy PE, library, and my best friend playing with my best friend Carson and Cole and Ethan. My hobbies and interests include flying a remote control plane and playing Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I decided to write This is a Great Adventure of Tommy and Timmy because I thought it would be hilarious to write a story about two bathroom characters trying to get to Tokyo. During the process of writing, I learned how to make a good story, how to be creative, how to kick away your writer's block. Thank you for taking the time to read my story.